So, Godspeed. 88 feet long, 17 feet wide, 7-foot draft, 71 feet at the top. Well, we'll climb up there sometime. 39 passengers, 13 crew estimated. And it made the trip across too. Started in England, headed southeast, southwest, and around.
Oh, wow. Wow.
If you're lucky it was good weather, you can sleep on deck. Because it probably smelled bad.
39 of them.
Not 39, though. No, not everybody would fit. No. And a boat like this made the trip across. That's amazing.
Smaller craft than the Discovery still across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Sailors don't mind small so much.
Yeah.
You got to be more careful in bad weather.
Right, of course.
But it maneuvers easier.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Discovery is awfully small to try to get cargo and passengers across the ocean, but she's really useful in Virginia.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
She's used to explore the bay.
You can move up and down the bay because it doesn't draft as much. Yeah.
Exactly. 6.5 feet of ship under the water on them.
That's pretty easy to move around compared to the big one.
Godspeed's got 12 feet.
Yeah.
11.9. So yeah, this one's right there in the middle. She can hold a fair amount, but remember, they don't really know. They know where they're going, and they've been here before, but they don't know the rivers that well yet.
Right.
So you don't want to bring a huge ship with a huge draft. Later ships coming, the Sea Venture, which tried to come in 1609, got caught in a hurricane. Tried to come in 1609, was almost twice the size of the Susan Constant. But by then, they knew there's deep water mooring. They talked about tying up the ship to the trees in 6 fathoms of water, fathoms 6 feet.
Right.
I don't know how accurate 36 feet of water is right at the shoreline there, but
Right. Yeah. And of course it could have silted in since then, certainly, compared to what it was then.
Part of it's eroded away, part of it's filled in.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the Godspeed, middle size ship, 52 men on a ship this size for 4.5 months.
Yes, ma'am. Great accommodations.
Oh, great. Yeah. Try anything you can do to get on the other 2 ships. We're just saying this is almost certainly going to be the least comfortable, the most traffic of the ships.
Well, I'm on one of the sailing ships here. Showing the back deck. All 3 ships are actively able to sail. I guess we're on the back deck, rear deck, poop deck. I don't know. I don't want to go into what that might really mean, but it is a real sailing ship. Bilge pump. or is it?
Evan, you want to hold this one?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can ask them.
Ship is an active ship.
Traffic on those things is full.
So the captain's cabin is
All the way in the very back.
at the very back, in that little area.
Yes, sir. Only person on board to have a private space like that, with the exception of the cook. The difference is the cook is also cooking in his space.
It's also the kitchen.
Yes. It's a step-saver kitchen.
Doesn't have to worry about distance very much for where he's going to work. Wow. Okay. Just that it's an active ship is surprising.
Yes,
They'd
sir.
be taken out.
Yep. They're getting her in ship-shape condition. I think that they're planning on getting that finished up with and hopefully have it ready to go out June next year.
Oh, okay.
So that's the goal.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
I heard that the smaller ship goes out the one most forward is
Yep.
the one that goes out the most often.
Yeah, the Godspeed does the majority of our sailing. In fact, she's actually going to be heading out at the end of the month to Urbana to participate in the Urbana Oyster Festival up on the Rappahannock River.
Oh, okay.
So she'll be going out again soon. That will be, if I am remembering correctly, her last voyage for the season.
Yeah.
After that, it's winter operation.
Weather, yeah.
We take off the sails and all that stuff, send her out to the shipyard at some point during the winter. Get her ready for the next season.
Right. Yeah. Well, they take a lot of maintenance.
Yes, sir.
They're not-
Now, to be fair, we do as much of the maintenance here as we can. But there's just some stuff that we can't do.
Right.
For example, cleaning the bottoms.
Right.
We do have diving equipment, but it's much, much easier to just take the ship into a shipyard, pull her out of the water, and the thing's clean.
Right.
So that's what
Okay.
we're looking at there.
Well, that's nice. Thank you.
Thank you for visiting us, sir. You have a good day.
You too.
Part of the
Captain's cabin's back in the very rear of the ship. Holds low. Literally an active use ship with demonstrations and things. And there's a second hole below that, and then the bilge area.
I am for rocks and maybe and so that's going to be the western limit of the Pelican Principal Paramount Chieftain. He's got all the really nice soil. So the breadbasket, it's going to be pretty much the initial western extent of the ships coming in because they're going to be basically staying there. For tobacco, tobacco's a large volume package, and so that's where the navigation of larger shipping.
You had a lot of more trips to the tobacco and stuff. You're going back and forth with it.
Well, this ship remains in Virginia. The two
But
largest
the other ones go back and forth more.
ships do
frequently.
go back and forth, but not these two. We only have one ship here. There are other ships that make, as you suggest, several voyages
Back and forth.
back and forth,
Yeah.
as many as 5 or 6
For
voyages.
the product, yeah.
And tobacco is really what you'll be carrying. Everything else doesn't work. No gold, no silver, no precious gems. What a bummer.
Yeah.
And
Darn,
here you
but
are,
they
an
still made
investor in
money
the
though,
company.
didn't they?
That's right. And you were sure that there was going to be gold just piled up on the shoreline.
In fact, well, actually, gems.
And gems, yes. Jewels.
So we have two kinds of people in the